So this is a standard type of question. I've seen variations on other CAT exams as well. So this is a 10-kilometer race, and they're all running at uniform speed. A gets gold, and A beats B by 1 kilometer, which means if A gets to the finish line, B is here and is ahead of 1 kilometer. So if the speed of A is R sub A, then D, which is in this case is 10 kilometers, would be R sub A times, let's say, T1. And then B would be 9 kilometers, so 9 R sub B times same T1. So I have this ratio. So at least I'll start with just that. And then B beats C by 1 kilometer, which means B would be here and C would be here. Same setup. So that would be a different time, but it would be 10 R sub B T2, and then for C would be RC T2. And again, I'll do the ratio because I'm interested in how these two equations connect. So I have these two. Question, how many meters does A beat C? So I'll find the relationship between the rates of A and C. So I'll multiply these equations because you'll see that R sub B is in the denominator here and numerator here. 10 over 9 times 10 over 9, which is 100 over 81. Let me just make sure this is RA over RB. So that's RA over RC. Now, that means that if A reaches here in time T1, that would be 10 RA times T1. I need to know where C is. So that distance would be, let's call that DC RC times the same time. And I can take a ratio of these two, 10 over D sub C. And I do have this ratio, which is 100 over 81, which means D sub C is 81 times 10 over 800, which is 8.1 kilometers. So C is 8.1 kilometers here when A reaches this end. So that distance is going to be 10 minus 8.1, which is 1.9 kilometers. So the answer is 1.9, but you have to be careful as how many meters. So they switched that. I mean, I think that's not a good thing to do because you really don't want to trap students at this very end. So they should have left it in kilometers, but maybe their software can't, I don't know. So meters would be 1900. So that's the answer. But honestly, these types of questions, I mean, maybe there are formulas. I hate to kind of memorize things because each question is so different that if you've just memorized it for a certain situation, doesn't mean it will always apply because you can always tweak something here in the question. So I personally don't, and I approach them fresh, and this is the setup that I used. And if you've done these before, maybe there's a quicker way to set it up, but this is what I have for now. The answer is 1900.